Oh boy. Hey, that's all good. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, don't worry about it. Everyone has his own life, you see. Okay, I'm gonna need to find a place for my reference to sit. Doing a quick sketch of Maru. Is one of the new characters from JJK, which I quite like, so I thought I'll give it a go today. I hope you can hear me because we do have a bit of noise here. Yeah, the reflection is quite funny here for me because it kind of gets in the way. Okay, I made a mistake. I put the pencil just cannot do anymore. Alright, seems like pencil is not working on this. I'm going to use gonna have to use a different stuff to make it work. Marker will be a good candidate. So I'm gonna try that with perhaps alcohol marker. I hope that works. If it doesn't work, I'll have to think about a different way to handle that. I have a couple of different alcohol markers. I'm probably gonna use this one. Title. Oh, I'm drawing Maru. Maru is a character from the new JJK series. So, yeah, the new series of JJK. He's an alien. That's what we know so far. I just like made some treatment to the surface of my my paper here, because this paper is not really taking paint very well, so I kind of like used acrylic medium to treat the surface. That's why the surface look a little bumpy here. Hello, good morning, Isaac. Yeah, and that's why the surface is a little bumpy, but it seems okay. It's a little too slippery for pencil to be drawn on that, but if I just use marker, that should be okay. If I make a mistake, I can cover it up later, so I'm not too worried about this. Because later on I'm gonna use acrylic marker to pretty much cover up the whole thing. So yeah, if I make a mistake, I'm just gonna keep it like that. Not a biggie. Yes, it is a bit scary, but what you gonna do? I showed you that earlier, right? If I draw with pencil, it just wouldn't show anything. So pencil is out now. Look, it's okay. It's okay. You just have to trust yourself. Kind of try your best to work it out, I guess. This guy's got a super long face and a super skinny face as well. I need to be very careful about his tattoo on the face, because he's got tattoo on the face, and the tattoo makes his face look like it's even more skinnier. So that's something I need to be careful with, especially this drawing. I picked this color here. You know, these Pantone postcards stack, they have different colors, and this is one of my least favorite color, so I thought I'd use this one to do a bit of experiment and just see if the treatment of the surface can help the pen to stick better on it. So I put some extra stuff on it, which this one, binding medium. I put some of those on that, and then after that's like dried, I started to draw on that, but I realized pencil don't work. So pencil didn't work because pencil cannot leave a mark on it. It's like drawing on a plastic sheet, so I had to change the pencil to a marker. That's how it works. I hope the marker works. It seems like marker is working pretty well, actually. I was gonna say I hope I don't make a big mistake on that. Later on, I want to use pen marker to paint this thing. So far so good. It doesn't have a major issue. Shouldn't say that too early, should I? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, so this dude, Maru, he's got really cool hairstyle. I'd like to try to make the hair look nice. Yep, that's about it. Now this side is a little too much. I'll chop it back a little bit. And this side seems so good. So I'm gonna make a note on that when I do my colors. I'll need to remember which part am I going to cover up, which part we're gonna keep there. Yeah, since this is my least favorite color, my goal was to pretty much cover the whole thing with colors. So towards the end, we don't really see the background color at all. The surface of these postcards has something called a UV coating on that, which is kind of waterproof coating. It happens during the printing process after the color was printed on. the UV coating will be added to the surface of it. It's like a special treatment. With that, the paper is sealed, so the surface of the paper is sealed. If you let's say if you accidentally spill some water on that, the paper will stay fine. Okay, so at least the front part of the paper will be stay okay. That helps to protect the content. But if I wanna draw something on that, that becomes a big obstacle. Because paint markers are like water-based or acrylic-based. If you don't have the right surface, it's very hard for the paint to stick on. And that's why we're gonna try to see these mining medium works. Hello. What's that funny face? Do hair on the first try. I failed at the first try. Come on. This side is slightly smaller than this side. Can't you tell? It's supposed to be like a little smaller on this side. But it's okay because later on I'm gonna paint the background with acrylic markers, so I can cover it up. Even if I make mistake, I can still cover it up. That's the best thing about it. Okay, that is how he look like so far. I think the middle part needs to go down a little deeper. Yep. That goes down like this. So this dude supposed to be I don't really know, white hair? Yeah, it's supposed to be white hair. But yeah, I'm gonna use a lot of lighter colors later on for this one. Thanks. Yeah. It's not bad. I know it's not too bad. I can cover it up later. Okay, so basically, it's one of these guys has a like really big eye. He's actually got three eyes. Not sure if you read the manga. Anyone read the manga? The Majuro from like JJK, the new series of JJK. Yeah, if you don't read that, you don't really know who this guy is. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not designed by the same artist, so Gege is not really doing any drawings for this manga. He's mostly just writing the story and kind of managing the story and so on. I think this thing works. I was gonna create a semicircle there. I thought this will work, but it doesn't work. I need to find a circle that's a little bigger than that. Yet I could not find any circle that's bigger. Alright, just have to draw with my bare hand. I hope it works. So basically it's got this glowing thing behind him. Like it feels like it's power, or I don't know, it could represent the spaceship, the alien spaceship, where it's coming from. And then we got some of the lines here. You know what? I probably shouldn't do the line. I'll draw those little details with markers later. So just keep it like this. All right. So far, so good. I'm gonna move on to the hardest the most scary part of the face. Yeah, I'm gonna start by trying to find the right location. It's a little higher here, so the corner is higher and the middle is lower. Okay. Yeah, look, drawing symmetry is tricky. It's always been tricky without reference lines, so it's always good to have reference lines, you see. Yo, okay, now I'm gonna add. Whew. Okay, that's a little tricky, but it should be okay. Now I'm going to add I think the basic shape of the eye is fine. Yep, it should be okay. Let's do the next part. Okay, that is the lower part of that. I'm adding the lines for the eye. I'm very lucky because I think I just achieved about 80% of accuracy here. Hi, hello. Yeah, I think that's about 80% of accuracy. I wish this can be slightly higher, but 80% is good enough. Yeah, because trying to draw him a symmetry is tricky. Okay, there you go, lower part for the nose. Actually, don't need to do a lot at the bottom part because he's having his hat lowered down a little bit. So our focus will be on his third eye. That's all good, don't worry about it. It's fine. Sorry if I'm too loud. You can turn off the audio. It's all totally understandable. Of course, homework is more important. Come on. Don't feel bad about that. Oh, by the way, if you feel like I should add some background music, definitely let me know because I don't know how to do that yet. Oh, thanks for letting me know. Cause I don't want to be too loud either. I used to listen to like audiobooks while drawing, but then I realized that the audiobook don't really help and actually becomes a very big distraction. It kind of stopped me from actually thinking about the artwork. So the only good part of listening to audiobook is while you're doing like very repetitive stuff. It's very boring, but drawing the process of drawing itself require you to really think a lot. So audiobook is not a very good companion. Yeah, and the other music's fine, but I can't. I'm not sure about you guys, but I can't really listen to songs with lyrics while I'm doing drawing, because also it's um, very distractive for the drawing process itself. Because when there's lyrics, it kind of drags my thinking into the music and into the world that the music was trying to create. It kind of takes away my attention. But other type of music, like classic music, should be okay, I guess. Instrumental will mostly work. Hmm, this is a bit tricky. I think the tattoo kind of overpowered his face. So I might need to just re-emphasize the facial structure of him. Alright, seems okay now. Keep going to the third eye. This will be the hardest one to draw. Oh, alright. That is the third eye here. Oh, got a delivery. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, guess what? I'm good, thanks. Hey, Ruja. Um, yeah, it was not the delivery guy. I thought it was the delivery guy who's coming. Turns out it was the water company guy. He told me the water will be off for 2 minutes, more like 10 minutes, I guess, because they're working on the pipes around us. Right up the top part. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Ruja, aren't you supposed to at school at the moment? Yeah. So this time of the day you'll be at the school. All right, now I think I've got pretty much everything sorted for this dude. I let me have a look what other color I can do. I'm totally going to paint this thing, right? So that's the plan. And it's going to be with marker. So let me try some of these. You know what? I had this weird fantasy. Oh, lucky you don't have to go to school. I have this weird fantasy where I really wish one day I can use up all the markers I have here until they're like fully dry. But that does not really happen if I draw anything so small. So I was thinking maybe I should move on to draw something bigger, which might help. Might help to kind of use up all the materials I have here, because I really have tons of materials, and I want to put them in a good use. I don't want to waste that. So yeah, that's a bit of a challenge, I guess. That is the color. That color looks a bit strange. It's slightly different from what I wanted. C45. C45. C. Okay. 52A would work too. Okay, I'm probably going to use 52A for this part. Alright, I'm going to try to add some darker shades here. Hopefully. Thank you. It's getting there. That's good to know. Whoa, okay, guess what? I just used my camera because I'm shooting this with a camera. My camera actually detected this eye. That is crazy. Because you know that's the third eye. Oh, this is really bright. All right, I'll keep it. But one good thing about this is the paint actually stick to the surface really well. I'm extremely happy about this, because last time we were working on some other, well, this is not the good color, but it's okay. Last time we were working on some other drawing, the paint just don't want to stick to the surface, so it kind of struggle. I had to paint one area 4 times to make sure it's fully sticked on, but this time it seems like it takes paint quite well. I hope it worked for the lighter color too. Okay, seems like the darker color worked pretty well with it. Right, gonna go into the actual. This look like a pink, right? It does look like pink color. it actually requires some color that's a lot darker than that, but I don't have that color, so I'm just gonna use pink color for now. And later on, I'm adding some other colors like big, strong purple color to cover it up. But so far, it just felt really well. And plus, when the color is dry, it's going to get darker. If you look at the bottom part of the color, it's already darkened down. So that means this color hopefully will work. Oh, okay. That works. On that side it works too. Alright, we got the part sorted. Now, of course, this is not the brightest color, or the darkest. It's like a medium tone, but it's good to start a medium tone to try it. Once we're happy with it, we can move on to other colors. How to draw as a beginner? Oh, thanks for reminding me, Roger. How to draw as a beginner? Draw something easy. Yeah, draw something that you like, but you know it's not too complicated. If you like manga, you can always draw a chibi style manga to start with. That will definitely make it easy and also help you to build your confidence. And then once you're happy with the chibi style, you can move on to style that goes a little further in details, like change the shape and change the body, and make a proper proportion. But before that, I think, yeah, kawaii and chibi style will be the best one to start with. I started with that myself, and yeah, I even made a little manga or comic, you can call it, with that style. And I really liked it. So yeah, I thought that would be something good as a starting point. But if you just jump in straight away and try to draw a full body proportion or something like a realism, you might encounter a lot of difficulties, and that might defeat your confidence and interest in drawing. So yeah, totally start from something easy. Hey, draw dog is a good idea too. Draw animals is a good idea too, because yep, your friend will like it and you're likely to receive a lot of positive feedbacks, and that helps you to build up your confidence as well. And then you can do some research of how to draw things in a different way and how to draw characters and all that with that base and with that confidence. That helps. After all, I know a lot of people don't think that, but after all, drawing is something that helps express feelings, right? So the moment that while you draw that, if you're very unsure about what you're doing and not confident at all, your drawing is not gonna end to be good. It's very hard. So yeah, do something simple, do something within your reach is always good. Oh my god, the face looks so strange at the moment. Yeah. But I like it. And I know this is just a process and it's gonna get better. You know what? I had to make a confession. The binding media I put it on worked really really well. I'm extremely happy about this. It seems like every coat of color I only need to perhaps just coat it twice, which is what normally you need to do with your acrylic marker anyway. So you coat it twice, the color will become um, good enough. So this media actually help to um, keep the paint on the surface very well. Yeah, I'm very surprised about this. He has a very strong backlighting, not backlighting, lighting from bottom part to make him look a little scary, and that is one of the reasons that I put this color for his skin tone. Yeah, not because he's wearing a mask. He's actually not wearing a mask. He's an alien, yeah, he is. Have you started the book yet? I love animals too. Yeah, I used to have a cat, but yeah, she passed away. Oh, okay. Now the rest is gonna be a bit tricky here. Okay, look at the eyes. It looks horribly bad. Um, all right, I'm gonna keep it like that. I know for a fact that later on it's gonna become better, so I'm not too worried. Delicious noodle. Are you eating noodle right now? Mm-hmm. Guys, this actually solved me a lot of issues with the stack of postcard. I bought 100 of them because every stack comes in 100 cards. I really hate for the fact that the surface is not very friendly for paint. But after the treatment, I can pretty much confidently say I guess I'm able to finish the whole thing. Yeah, which is good. Mm, nice, nice. All right, now I need a slightly darker green shades for the darker shades, which is gonna be 20, 63, 64. Let's do C64. Oh, by the way, I saw a tutorial of how to blend and mix with penned markers, which is really that actually surprised me. How you could actually do that. So I'm gonna do a video of like trying to see if it works. If it works, that would be great. That means like we have one more way of using penned markers, because penned markers are usually a little stubborn when it comes to mixing color. Alcohol markers, you can mix them without too much trouble, but penned markers just like it's not there. It's not very mixing friendly, isn't it? But this guy actually introduced brush into the mixing process. So basically, you don't really treat your pen marker as a marker. You treat the pen marker as a chamber that has pen inside. So what you do is, whenever you need a different color, you draw or a color that's slightly lighter, or you want a color to be blending, you just draw with the pen marker on the surface of the paper, and then use the brush to pick at the marker pen and start to like dilute the pen and mix the pen. That's how it works. I think it solves a problem of like you can't really mix color with pen markers, but also kind of defeat the purpose of having pen markers, right? Imagine that you have to use a brush. Like if I use a brush, I might just use a full set of what you call that, gouache of some kind, which maybe helps even better. Oh, okay. It's getting there. Oh my, okay. I have a small issue here. I might have to. Sorry, I'm back. I was caught up on something very important, so I had to answer the phone. Apologize for that. Um, hey, how you doing? Oh, that's Chubby Koi. What a nice name. I wish I wish I knew what that means. I have no idea what time is in USA, but I know in Sydney this is 2:30 in the afternoon. Um, you start a joke again. That's all good. Oh. Okay. think that I need to create a bit of things here. We go media settings, slot 1, do it on slot 2. Okay. Slot 2 has, I don't know why. Okay, now I've changed. In Vietnam, no idea what's going on in Vietnam. I wish I know. Okay. That's Xin Chao? Xin Chao? What does that mean? Man, I wish the YouTube has like this auto translation thing that could solve the problem of language barrier in the chat. Well, I am learning Japanese right now, but I still can't really read. Okay, guess what? The white pen still struggle a bit. So might as well just cover the whole thing with it and then come back and add the details of the nose and other stuff. That will be easier. Okay, the white pen is tricky to stay, but that's because it's white and it's usually the hardest pen to add on. Since this is the brush tip. If it's the other one, like what you call it, the pump tip, that one you can use white without any trouble. Thanks for that. Hey, what's going on? Huh? What's going on, mate? Did he say something bad? I have no idea what's going on there. Oh boy, I wish I can read it. Sorry, mate. I can't. I don't know how to read it. I wish I could read that. Okay, got this part worked out. I will have to work on the white part a few more times, but that was expected. I'm okay with that. I just need to make sure that towards the end I got everything worked out without too much trouble. And I believe this is 2:40, so I'm about to leave now. It's been almost an hour. Is what are you talking about? Why you say that in other languages? That's not Korean. Plus, we don't talk about politics here. That's okay if you want to say it. That's fine. Because you get bored, you'll realize nobody's gonna answer you anyway. Weird people. Thanks, Ruja, for helping me managing the chat. Because I really don't have time to check and translate all that. But don't be too harsh. Maybe he's just joking. We never know. All right. Okay, so move on to the upper part. This feels really different once I put the bending media on the surface. I wish I did that for every single card I use. Yep, so I believe it's going to look really well if I did that. Now go back to the bottom part of the face. Work on the white one more time to make that white like completely solid, and then we can go back to the green color and work on the face color again, shading part. I'm gonna have to change a way of dealing with this because the way I'm doing right now, it's pretty much like digital art. I try to make every little surface look correct, but you know what? I think it doesn't have to be like that. It could be a little more free when it comes to drawing this type of stuff. Now I'll figure out a style for doing that. Oh my god, this is very tricky. It's very small detail here, and because of the backlight makes the shape of the nose very, and the mouth very different. Alright, that looks slightly better than what we had earlier, but that makes this guy look a bit evil. It's not what I meant to do. I will have to figure out a way to make him look less evil because he's one of the good characters so far. We don't really know when the story move on to the next part. Will he become evil? But seems like, yeah, he's one of the good guys in kind of he's try to seek for peace. All right, he looks pretty evil. I need to figure out a way to fix that. I think it's the way that I accidentally altered the shape of the eye that makes him look pretty evil. Yeah, it's more to do with the eye now. Anyway, really? Yeah, that seems hurt. Alright, guys, I might have to call this off now because I got something else to do in the afternoon. And you enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk later. That's the end of the stream. Thanks everyone for chat in the chat room. Hope you enjoyed that. Well, that's great. Well, time to do some drawing when you finish your homework. Yay. Well, I'm done with my work, by the way. Oh, I'm done with my drawing, so I had to go now. Yeah, enjoy. Thank you and goodbye. And thanks, Ruja, again for managing the chat. Really appreciate that. All right, talk to you later.